Hello, hello. I am live. I'm going to wait for people to jump on. I'm going to wait for people to jump on. I'm actually going live on my cell phone because my laptop broke. I have nobody on the live yet. Oh, there we go. One person, two people in the live. Truth seekers in the house. I'm going to wait a few minutes for people to join. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Well, unfortunately, hello, Galactic Jedis. Thank you for jumping on. I'm actually going live on my cell phone. You guys won't believe this, but my laptop broke down right before going live. I was about to go live 8 minutes ago as planned, 6 o'clock Pacific time. And as I was putting the video on my laptop, my screen cracked. So I'm going live on my phone now. I'm just going to give it a minute. Now, for the last few days, as many of you guys know, I was over at the Conscious Live Expo here in Los Angeles. It was a great event. We had a wonderful time. I was there with people of my team, and we met a lot of interesting folks. I had a good turnout. I think I had about 200 people show up to my presentation, my workshop, which was amazing. And unfortunately, I didn't have a really good camera to go live. Even though we had just invested in a very good camera, we ended up using a $300 camera as opposed to the $3,000 camera. And that's why after 36 minutes of broadcasting live from the Conscious Live Expo, I guess we lost signal. Things started to get a little fuzzy. Right when I was actually talking to Daryl Shanka, or whatever his name is, the guy who channels Bashar. Anyhow, so I'm live here on my cell phone. My laptop is no longer working. I'm going to have to take it to Best Buy and see what's going on. So the highlights. This weekend was cool. You know, I had an opportunity to be on a panel with Sarah Berksman-Cosme, the Twin Rays, Vivian Chavette, who is our Arcturian sister. For those that don't know Vivian Chavette, she's actually, she was born on an Arcturian ship. We were on a planetary panel together, and it was amazing. Everybody was just transmitting beautiful, beautiful, uplifting, ascending information. So yeah, this weekend was really good. It was very hectic. I think over 15,000 people showed up to the entire event. I mean, the entire LAX Hilton was packed. So yeah, it was a really good event, you know, very overwhelming. I had an opportunity to meet some of the Galactic Jedis who were in the house. And yeah, it was great. So now I'm back at home. Oh, I mean, I only live 20 minutes from there, but still I'm home. I'm broadcasting live. Monday Light, YHAT update. Today is February the 12th. I like to always give the dates. 2024, and things are interesting in the geopolitical arena. Before I get into some of the articles I wanted to share, I wanted to acknowledge everyone on here, all the Galactic Jedis, for spending their evening with me on a Monday night. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I want to also express deep gratitude for all the support that I've been getting. Now, I'm going to do my best to read the chat. I think I left my glasses in the car, so I'm going to have to use these other glasses. Oh, wait, maybe these are my glasses. Hold on one second. No, these aren't my glasses. These are the $2 glasses that I bought at CVS months ago before I got my prescription. I'm going to have to put these on for now. So, oh, there we go. I could actually see now, but I won't be able to read the chat unless I get really, really close. But before I do so, I do have some articles, guys, regarding the success of the Earth Alliance White Hats. They are kicking butt. How's everyone doing out there? All right, so let's get into some juicy information, guys. For those that are jumping on, my laptop broke down 2 minutes before 6 o'clock or 9 o'clock Eastern time. Before going live, my laptop broke down. Talk about, interferences. All right, so I'm gonna have to go get this fixed hopefully in the next couple days. So I decided to use my iPhone to go live, and things are moving pretty forward for the White Hats. So the first thing I want to read is a breakdown of every month, things that have been happening from behind the scenes. So this is a reporting from the 12th. This is a report from the 12th of February 2014. The journalist is Jenny Hill and her 22 multiple personalities, now they call it. But the title is Trust the Plan. What is the plan? The plan that was set into motion by the Earth Alliance, by Valiant Thor and Eisenhower, when Eisenhower gave his famous speech regarding the infiltration of the military-industrial complex, hence the cabal. So the plan has been in motion ever since, and of course we do know that the aerospace tycoon, Howard Hughes, was another key component in gathering information from the military-industrial complex and the black op operations that were being conducted from behind the scenes, in understanding what was really happening in this country and the severity of it. So we do know that the storm is here. Martial law, EBS, 10 days of darkness, right? Military tribunals. The grid is going down by Tucker Carlson. So let's talk about what Tucker Carlson is saying now. And if you haven't had a chance to check out my Rumble live from Saturday, I broke down the entire interview between him and the guy from Russia. And even though the guy from Russia was indirect, he did drop some gems regarding the neocons, right? The neo-Nazis that are in control of course, the three-letter alphabet. I'm going to speak in code, and NATO, okay? So it's only wise to have at least a 3 weeks of food supply because of the EBS. It's almost here, guys. So they are encouraging us to make sure that you guys have at least 2 weeks of food supply, water, cash, and essentials at your disposal in case that the grid goes down, okay? And they are, due to Project Odin, they are going to completely take out the grid, all right, as they conduct the mass arrest. So while the incumbent who sits in the, I'm not going to say Brandon, right, remains in a demented coma, and everyone else was centered on the Super Bowl this weekend, which is a distraction, by the way. Did you guys know that the entire NFL is controlled by the Knights of MALTA, the Knights of MALTA, all right? I'm going to speak in code because I'm on YouTube. And that is another arm of the international financiers, right? You have the financial institution, right? The 13 bloodlines that control financial interest groups. And then you have the Knights of Malta. Maybe I shouldn't say that here, but well, those are the ones that created, even if you like sports, all right? It's a distraction. In fact, they wrote down their guidelines in which they were going to take over and dumb down the American people in a set of protocols known as the Learned Elders of Zion, which actually I should go over one of these days, maybe on the next Monday night, White Hat update. We're going to go over the protocols of the Learned Elders of Zion, which were written by no other than the ROTHCHILDS family, all right? That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to speak in code here. So we do know that ISRAEL bombed millions of innocent civilians who were trapped in RAFAH. Google implemented new censorship software that allowed them to ring over whatever narrative appeared on the internet. The CCP Evergrande real estate debacle was crashing financial markets worldwide. Poland was hit with a devastating cyber attack that shut down their internet, while here in the States and in Europe, we face the same threats. Okay? So, we do know that the Global Alliance, which consists of 22 countries that have signed and over 100 countries that are also aligning with the alliance, right, against the globalist, are pushing back the NWO, right, and of course NATO, the UN. They're pretty much rescuing a lot of the, the stuff that's been going on, and we do know that's been happening for years. As the economy continues to crash, right, in order to allow for Gesara and Nasara to come through. So the world was falling apart, and no one seemed to know it was a fake news mockingbird media controlled by the deep state. Could only put out a specific narrative based on their goal of taking control of everyone's lives. However, according to ground command of the White Hat Global Alliance, for some time we have been under martial law in a plan to take down the deep state, and the goal was on the precipice of being fulfilled. Sunday, the 11th February, Tucker said, 2024 is our final battle, right? With you at my side, we will demolish the deep state. We will expel the warmongers from our government. We will drive out the globalist. We will cast out the Marxist, the Marxist and fascist. We will throw off the sick political class that hates our country. We will roll out the fake news media. We will drain the swamp, and we will liberate our country from these tyrants and villains once and for all. Okay, this is according to Tucker Carlson. So he sent a urgent warning. Be prepared. The grid is going down. Okay? So they're about to pull off Project Odin, guys. They're about to pull out Project Odin. Make sure you guys have 2 weeks of food supply. It's coming. Okay? It's coming. Media, the Mockingbird media, as we know it, is about to decline. Okay? They're about to be taken over. Saturday, February the 10th, according to the Department of Justice, Brandon was a criminal who was unfit to stand trial. Okay? February the 11th, while all eyes were on the Super Bowl, again, the NFL's a distraction. And it's all rigged, by the way. It's like wrestling, by the way. It's fake. Yes, these teams do play each other, but it's all rigged. You guys know that? All right, so so it's targeting millions of civilians. Where am I? Okay. Okay, so while eyes were on the Super Bowl, which is a distraction, Israel unleashed its most barbaric bombing, targeting millions of civilians that were trapped in RAFAH. I should really speak in code. I'm on my YouTube channel. Okay. So last week, the CCP mega real estate companies, Evergrande, took a plunge on the Hong Kong stock market and closed it out, setting the stage for a global financial crash. So it's not just the dollar that's crashing, guys. It's also the, whatever financial system is used by the CCP. On Sunday, the 11th of February, Google began using a new tool to officially censor what you read and see on the internet. It was being co-sponsored by the UN and World Health Organization. Saturday the 10th, February, Poland. Authorities say that the internet has been shut down as a result of a large-scale cyber attack carried out by Russia-linked groups across Poland and eastern Germany. A cyber attack on an unprecedented scale has been carried out on the internet infrastructures. Saturday the 11th, bombshell military deploys medbeds. For those that are waiting for the medbeds, they're coming. They're almost here. Training for miracle operations and how Tesla medical beds is going to change everything. Okay. Saturday the 10th, February. Is the IRS out of business or shut down? There is no law that says you have to pay income tax to the IRS. And we both know that that is also unconstitutional, right? It goes against the Constitution. For those who are just jumping on, my laptop broke on me a couple minutes prior to going live, so I'm going live on my cell phone. All right, just letting you guys know that my laptop crashed on me. My screen isn't working, so I'm going live on my cell phone. Let's see. So February the 11th, a British AI firm that is poised to shape the 2024 election in the United States boasts that they can automatically suppress and label any content they deem as misinformation on Facebook. Saturday the 10th, President Trump. If special counsel Jack Smith wants to do... Wait, oops, I should have said 45. I got to be careful with what I say. If special counsel Jack Smith wants to do good for our country and help to unify it, he should drop all litigation against Brandon's political opponent, which is 45, okay? And let our country heal. This would be a far bigger and better achievement than anything that has ever been done, and will be easy for the great patriots of our country to understand in light of special counsel Robert Hur's document report on Brandon, where the evidence is overwhelming that he willfully retained important documents. Again, what they're refracting or what they're reflecting on 45 is exactly what they're guilty of. All right, guys? They're just projecting. All right, Saturday, the 10th of February. Judy Beinston, bombshell, reports TikTok. Time is up. The 16th letter of the alphabet clock ends. POTUS, EBS alert, countdown has begun. Deep State, Roth, as CHILD, banking empire gang going down. The reset, not the great reset, but Nasera Gesera, all right? There is a difference. It's about to happen. Let's see what else. February the 9th, okay? Historical enigma, JFK. All right, I don't want to read that part. That's going to get me bad. All around the world, unelected globalist bodies like the World Economic Forum and the UN are waging war against farmers. And that is also true, all right? Mr. GATS is involved with that. But don't get me wrong. When the EBA goes through and these guys are face trial, guess what? All those farmlands are going to be coming back to the American people. Okay? Under the banner of the UN Agenda 2030, as detailed in a must-watch new documentary titled, No Farmers, No Food. Will you eat the bugs? If you control the food, you control the people. That's ultimately the end goal, right? Sunday the 11th, February 2024, Canada's first smart city is acting weird. Uh-oh. There's a reason why the smart cities are going to be failing on the positive ascending timeline. All right. First, it is mysteriously banned like Lahaina, Hawaii. Now people dying and hospitalized from cantaloupe. The last 2 months, guys, they've been poisoning the cantaloupe supply, so don't eat any cantaloupe, okay? Sunday, February the 11th, certain banks are exchanging foreign currencies at their new international rates for preferred customers. You will get a higher rate by waiting to go to a redemption center when the global currency reset is official. Remember, the Earth Alliance, Y-Hats, have their own version of the current reset, all right? They're going to be returning us back to the gold standard. Okay? And that's what Gesera and Nasera is all about. I'm sorry, guys. I have the sniffles. I apologize for that. If you were reading this update on or from Operation Disclosure Official, be aware that this information, the information has been redacted. For a complete unredacted version, go to the Disclosure Official under the Operation of Disclosure Official. Okay. Global currency reset. Sunday, February the 11th. Chance McFadden. Today, on the 11th of February 2024, the bank was told that there were to be an event following the Super Bowl, which would be about 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Okay, so that was last night. Okay, somehow the deep state is trying to push back. Okay, but the goal was to implement the EBS following the Super Bowl. Okay, so there's a little delay there, guys, but this doesn't mean that the white hats are not in control. Okay, the deep state are in their last standing straw, and they know it. So now they're fighting dirty. All right, so they are also being told that there is most likely an announcement early this week. They don't mention or know the specifics, content of both these events. The Iraqi RV is finally posted and set for Sunday, the 11th of February. And the Global Redemption Program starts Monday, the 12th of February, which is today. Okay? Buyers, paymasters have funds just waiting to be liquefied. Iraqi banks in the U.S. began paying Iraqi citizens living in the U.S. who are exchanging their old dinar for the U.S. dollar, but rate is not known. The Federal Reserve says that the rate is $4.81, which is the rate agreed to at the Davos in January. Sunday, February the 11th, the emergency broadcast system may activate worldwide following the Super Bowl. That was yesterday. Again, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen just because it didn't happen last night, guys. There's a lot of pushback because the deep state is fighting dirty, okay? So the 16th letter of the alphabet, you guys know what that is, right? Okay, so Chance McFadden was told that the paperwork was just completed. The Iraqi government will reveal the new lower denomination notes this week and then release the new dinar rate to be published in the government gazette on Sunday, the 11th of February. And then go on Forex this coming Monday, the 12th, which is today. The same Monday, the 12th, that the Admiral is going to release any day now. We're so close, guys. We're so close. Make sure you guys have 2 weeks of food supply. Because when the grid goes down, it's not because of the deep state. It's going to be done by the white hats. And then they're going to be broadcasting. Okay? They're going to take over the airwaves everywhere. So get your popcorn ready, guys. This is going to be a show. Oh, let's see. Where am I? Monday the 12th. The Iraqi government will reveal the new lower denomination notes to their citizens this week, then the dinar rate to be published in Gazette. Okay. February the 10th of March. We got some great stuff from the Rod Steele this morning about groups in Reno and expectations of an announcement that he thinks could happen early this week. This certainly fits with what the banking contacts are saying. Okay, let's see. Let's keep an ear out because there is a sudden flurry of activity on the Reno side. Geopolitical stuff is lining up, just what we expected to see at the end. They look to be about 100% following the playbook. They're still getting a lot of calls to expect. Something big is going to happen in the next few days. Be prepared. Okay. And let's see. February the 10th, Saturday, Mike Barra. Exchanges are taking place at major banks with branch managers and wealth managers. The dinar, dong, and the rupiah are being exchanged. Zim and Bolivar can only be exchanged at redemption centers. The rates on dinar are $2.93 as of today, $2.21 on DONG, whatever that is, dong. No rate on rupa. exchange has taken place and 10% of the monies are spendable today. Currencies were set up in separate accounts, new debit card issues for no funds or new funds. No NDA, recipient will return in 72 hours to finish the progress. This implies rates that will be public when Forex goes live or shortly thereafter. Also implies funds released on Monday will be gold backed. All right, well, today is Monday. Let's see. So Saturday the 10th, hearing that there might be a false flag on the fans. Oh, okay, this was supposed to take yesterday in the Super Bowl. Apparently, the White Hats stopped the false flag. All right? They were going to do something during the Super Bowl, but the White Hats prevented that. Perhaps it was going to be a bombing. Who knows? All right, so let's see. Where am I? So it is believed that notifications are to come out any day now. Okay? Saturday, the 10th of February. Brazil, Ruben Baz, because of the imperial family of the ancient Chinese golden dragon, is that one that puts up all the gold necessary for the ransom payments. They decided that the deposits for the holders, they will begin on the day they began to celebrate the Chinese year, which started, I believe, was this Saturday the 10th. All right, so the Chinese New Year began this Saturday, 2 days ago, okay, in Asia. This money has already been received by the main financial institutions and the 50 best banks in the world, and they are passing it on to the paymasters who will contact the clients. All right. Over the next 2 weeks, large holders who have already completed their paperwork and submitted SKRs will be paid. On Thursday, the 15th of February, 2024, Tier 4B exchanges and bond redemptions will wrap up. Reclamation and restitution allowances and increase in Social Security was expected to occur sometime in February 2024. Military confirms, as of yesterday, 10,000 redemption centers, thousands of medbed centers that are coming. The medbeds are getting ready to be rolled out, everyone. All right? Let's see. Saturday the 10th, Nasera Gesera, Military Gesera, the enigma called Military Gesera, trust the plan. American media about to be taken over. Recent history of the global current reset. I don't know if this is any important. That's just the global financial crisis. This is important, guys. Okay? 5 months before his assassination, right, JFK, issued this executive order that would give the American currency back to the people by printing money based on a silver standard, taking away the power of the Federal Reserve banking cartel. Many argue this is the reason why he was assassinated. Well, that was one of the many reasons, of course. We all know that Mr., the white hat, JFK, was about to expose the cabal for many on multiple fronts. Not to mention, he was also going to disclose the SSP, the secret space programs. Sunday, the 11th February, Australia's economic future is in the balance as the $532 billion collapse of China's mega real estate developer Evergrande takes hold. Okay. Ruben Lucio, UBS is the CCP's criminal bank. If we don't find out what's going on with UBS, our lives will be in vain. It is more terrifying than killing Chinese people. Oops. Gotta be careful. It is a bank committing war crimes. The Great Reset is the battle of our lifetimes. Remember, guys, there are two types of resets, all right? You have the Cabal's version of the reset, and then you have the white hat version of the reset, which is the rainbow currency, right? The distribution of funds to the citizens of planet Earth. Everything that was taken from us will be returned back to us. So the Great Reset is the battle of our lifetime. If the elites that control this world succeed, we will be all living like slaves in a digital concentration camp. But that is not going to be the case. Because we will win. We will forever change the world for the better. All right, 201 billion pilled onto the U.S. debt is 1 month as Black Swan author warns American facing financial death spiral. Saturday, the 10th of February, the ex-CEO of Heartland Tri-State Bank in Kansas has been indicted for allegedly diverting $47.1 million from the bank's reserves into cryptocurrency investments. European banks. Man Group reports that the risk of defaults is spreading to European banks. Man Group believes that the turmoil in the banking sector, which is shaking companies like the New York Community Bank Corp, will not be limited to the USA. Banks are suffering significant losses and are coming under close scrutiny. It is possible that some will declare default on both sides of the Atlantic. Shares of the German bank PBB are failing due to the real estate problems and concerns about the impact of the U.S. commercial real estate market on the bank. The shares have dropped 25% in a month. Chinese investors are selling off real estate around the world as they need liquid funds due to the real estate crisis within their country. China's strict measures regarding credit issuance have not only impacted some developers, even major players are suffering from this situation and are considering selling assets abroad, often with significant discounts. For instance, China, the Aoyan Group, sold a plot in Toronto, receiving only 45% of its 2021 purchase price. All right, I really don't want to get into the Chinese stuff. Let's see. Saturday, the 10th of February, BRICS allies downsizing the US dollar in central banks. Saturday, the 10th of February, the CEO of one of Nigeria's largest banks was killed. Okay, when a helicopter he was riding in crashed in the Mojave Desert in California. Saturday, the 10th of February, Jack Straw on X, the Iraqi stock exchange, has completed its link up of international platforms. They are done. Let's see. The banking collapse serves a higher purpose. The banking collapse serves a higher purpose. To topple world banks, dismantle the IMF. For those that don't know what the IMF is, that's the International Monetary Fund, located in Switzerland, and expose the sinister connections that extend to the WHO, GATES Foundation, the CDC, and beyond. Get ready for a seismic shift that will reshape the global financial landscape. The banking collapse underway for over a year and a half is finally unmasking the deep state's cover-ups and exposing their false market reports. The U.S. corporation is teetering on the brink of insolvency as trillions of dollars in the U.S. Treasury bonds flood back to Europe and 110 nations. France has been pilfering its citizens' wealth, igniting widespread riots and civil unrest, right? People are rebelling against tyranny. Hyperinflation in Germany is decimating the metal industry, decimating the metal industry, crippling weapons production, and pushing corporations to the edge of bankruptcy. The Deutsche Bank's entanglement with Epstein's dark connections and its web of international ties, including Estonian banks, is unraveling as world courts launch far-reaching investigations that could shatter the global banking system. In Israel, banks are fabricating gains of civil unrest spirals into full-blown riots. The colossal collapse of SVB banks in California, resulting in the loss of $10 trillion, set off a catastrophic dooming effect rippling across multiple countries. Massive chaos looms on the horizon as citizens around the globe remain shockingly unprepared for the impending collapse event. The Great Awakening, it's inevitable. The Great Awakening, a multi-stage process encompassing declassifications, covert operations, overt military intervention, tribunals, and the cleansing of corrupt establishments worldwide, is reaching critical juncture. Deep-rooted powers behind NATO, the UN, human trafficking, world wars, military-industrial complexes, and control over global banks face their inevitable downfall. You know, the island, I'm not going to mention his name, the list, who is only beginning to reveal the dark secrets he holds, and the military intelligence with access to McAfee's servers, unleash terabytes of corruption connecting world child trafficking rings, illicit weapons trades, and global drug cartels. All right. Oh, not to mention, guys, not to mention, if you guys want to know what happened with 45 in his court case, well, things are looking like they are going to be in his favor, okay? In his favor. Check out this report. This is coming from Trending Politics. Trending Politics. 45's ballot exclusion in Colorado goes to Scottis. In the Supreme Court's sides with 45, he will return to the Republican primary ballot in Colorado, and any other state challenge will be overruled. I guess, like I said, things fell in 45's favor, right, this morning, okay? If the court sides with Colorado, he will remain off the ballot in the state and allow other states to follow. But we do know that he's going to be on the ballots after all. It looks like he is going to be on the GOP for the Republican Party, which is awesome. Okay, let's see. The Supreme Court is slated to decide on former President 45's political fate in the following weeks, or weeks. As the court held hold on, let me retrace this back. As the court heard oral arguments on February 8 about Colorado, including Trump from the primary ballot. 45. The case 45 versus Anderson is based on the appeal of a Colorado court ruling which excluded 45 from the 2024 Republican primary ballot. In the hearing that lasted over 2 hours, justices across ideological differences heavily questioned the arguments of both Colorado and 45, considering the consequences of allowing states to decide what candidates end up on their ballots. In this situation, a ruling from this court that affirms a decision below would not violate term limits, but take away the votes of potentially tens of millions of Americans, said Jonathan Mitchell, 45's lawyer, for the oral arguments in a video aired by CSPN. The Colorado Supreme Court ruling was the first of its kind in the United States. In Anderson versus Griswold, a majority of the court found that the former president is disqualified from holding presidential office under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, according to the Colorado Supreme Court. Okay, the section states no officer of the United States should have engaged in, I shouldn't say this word, insurrectation against the country. Okay, so the Colorado court ruled that a president is an officer of the United States, and therefore 45's actions, but we both know that he was not the one who instigated what happened on January 6th. We all know that, right? Okay. So Jonathan Mitchell, 45's attorney, argued that 45 was not covered by Section 3 because he was not an officer, and that states cannot alert federal qualifications for the president. Okay, officer of the United States refers only to appointed officials, and it does not encompass elected individuals such as president or members of Congress. Mitchell said in an opening statement to the court. During the hearing, Justice Neil Gorsuch asked Mitchell to explain the distinction between the president's office and officer of the United States, to which Mitchell responded that some officers are not elected officials, therefore excluding the president and any candidates, which means that 45 remains on the ballots. You see how things are turning in his favor. So the Supreme Court sides with 45. He will return to the Republican primary ballot in Colorado, and any other state that challenges that will be overruled. If the court sides with Colorado, he will remain off the ballot. As the Republican presidential primary continues, the rolling could not stop 45 from winning Iowa, Nevada, and New Hampshire. Oh, this is amazing. There you guys go. The White Hats are in control. Wow. Anyways, as a reminder, I'm broadcasting live from my cell phone. I'm actually borrowing my neighbor's cell phone to read the articles. So thank you so much for being here. For those that didn't know, my laptop broke down 2 minutes prior from going live. So that's why I have a different camera setting, because I'm going live from my actual cell phone, which is fine. I'm going to go ahead and take some questions from the Galactic Jedis, Patriots, and citizens of the New World. The New World Commonwealth of Nations. That's going to be the name of the New World. The Commonwealth of Nations. National sovereignty. The national sovereignty of all nations will be preserved. I love it. Let's see. All right. So any questions for me? Make sure you guys write your questions in capital letters, please. So that way I could bypass the chat. You guys have any questions for me? I do have blue only. Thank you so much for the super chat. Greetings, Ishmael and chat. I just ordered your book. Can we find footage of the expo? And one more thing. What do you know about the sarcophagus? The sarcophagus. Okay. That's a three-part question. Well, first and foremost, thank you for ordering my book. And second, I was able to record, you could say, several clips of my expo. I can't really release the full presentation because of the fact that it was a paid workshop. However, I did record all of my answers on the Planetary Ascension panel. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to post that on my YouTube channel, guys. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and share some clips with each and every single one of you guys. Okay? So, and then the second part of your question is about the sarcophagus. I have no clue of that. I don't know anything about the sarcophagus. If I know the answer to a question, I will answer it. But I will be the first to admit, if I cannot answer a specific question, I will not. I will be admitting it. If I don't know the answer to particular questions, I will be honest about it and say I don't know the answer. But let me see. Judy's asking, do you think Kamala is in jeopardy? Are you talking about the vice president? Well, she's part of the deep state, obviously. So when the arrest happened, oh, and she's also a clone, by the way. They're all going down. They're all going down. Yes, that's right. 2020 portfolio saying good guys are white hats. Yes. So there is an opposition to the cabal, guys. This opposition has always existed, but it resurrected itself during the Eisenhower administration when Eisenhower realized that the US government was under the control of the corporations, who in turn were under the control of the Gray Reptilian Alliance or Draco Alliance, which are the negative ETs that control the cabal from the higher fourth dimension, or the lower fourth dimension, rather. I'm just looking for questions at this time. I want to welcome all 1,146 people, patriots, galactic Jedis, citizens of the Commonwealth of Nations in the house. Let's see. I did get another super chat from Sunshine. How you doing, Sunshine? All right. So your question is, you are off the hook tonight. No questions. All right. I know everything. Valentina, by the way, don't trust Mr. T either. Okay. I respect everybody's opinion on everything and everybody's belief system. I want to welcome everybody. We are all brothers and sisters under the one God. But just bear in mind that there is a coalition, a cooperation taking place between the Galactics and the Earth Alliance to liberate the Earth in this final battle against evil. Let's see. Any more questions? Brooklyn with random videos. Can you please do a shout out for me? A shout out to Brooklyn. Hello, Brooklyn. I want to welcome Brooklyn for being in the house. And then I have Blue Only. Blue Only has a super chat. He says, "What is the symbol for the four archangels, and what is it called again?" The symbol for the four archangels, I would say, is the wing disc, as you know, behind me, right? Like this thing right here, right there. That is the symbol of the four archangels, guys. It is the wing disc. And then the second part of your question, what is it called again? I believe it's called the wing disc, the symbol of the four archangels. But it was also a symbol adopted by the Watchers, the guardians of ancient Atlantis, who were the positive Anunnaki, under the direction of Zeus and the council of the positive benevolent gods. Benevolent meaning righteous. The Natur, Isis and Osiris were also considered part of the council of positive benevolent guardian gods. Not the negative ones, all right? The positive ones. So it's a symbol adopted, right? The wing disc. It is a symbol that is adopted by all the Elohim, right? The righteous celestials that are working in alignment with the one infinite creator. Sunshine, she says, when I said I know everything, you were supposed to laugh. I laugh now. Oh, as a reminder, guys, even I don't know everything, you know? Jesus didn't know everything. Buddha didn't know everything. Zeus didn't know everything. There is no such thing as knowing everything. You know, in order to know everything, you have to process information uh, beyond the speed of life. The way to know everything, you have to be the accumulated energy and consciousness of all that is, which is only held by one entity, and that is what? Prime Creator Source, which is really the one mind, the cosmic mind that is operating all the information, right, through all of us, through all living things, all at the same time simultaneously. Only Prime Creator Source knows everything. All right, there is none of us, there is no entity in the universe, no alien, no angel that has access to infinite knowledge, but Prime Creator Source. Let me see. Joyful, how you doing, Joyful? Shout out to Joyful in the house. Thank you for your donation. Ishmael, you have had previously mentioned that this would either wrap up on March or continue until November. What do you think now? And are the tunnels in Africa cleaned out? The tunnels in Africa, which was Enki's stronghold, by the way, that's where the Igigi established themselves. A lot of the Nephilim were also hiding in Africa, by the way. Some of them are in Antarctica, but most of them are in Africa. I haven't checked yet. I have to actually check with the Galactics to see what's going on. But they did tell me that sometime in spring, the tunnels in Africa were going to be completed. So to me, spring sounds more like April, March, the end of March, April. But I could always check with the Galactics and find out, the progress when it comes to regarding the tunnels in Africa. But that's a very good question, Joyful. Let's see. What else? All I know, guys, is that, you know, this is going to be a magical year of disclosure. Have faith. Don't lose faith in the plan. Because remember, the plan is really orchestrated, or it's really coming from the one creator. All right? All the different functionaries, whether you call them the Galactic Alliance or the Guardian Races or the Allies of Humanity, and all the people down here on the earth, the good people of the earth that are fighting the NWO, they're just carrying out the plan of the one infinite creator. Okay? Let's see, Sunshine. What secret weapons of or frequency do we need to defeat the AI? And please don't say love. All right, all right. So, as we move into the positive ascending timeline, right, we're going to have 1,000 years. See, the weapon that we're going to use to defeat the AI God and his minions is installed within our genetics. It is known as the God Source gene. And in order to access the God Source gene, we have to use 100% of our full capacity. So therefore, we're going to have about 1,000 years to use 100% of our full capacity, therefore activating the God gene. When we activate the God Source gene, guys, we're going to have unlimited power because we're going to be accessing unlimited potential from the great central sun that is located at the center of our universe. Well, you have the great central sun at the center of the galaxy, and then you have the great central sun at the center of the universe. So imagine we're going to be harnessing all that potential coming from the great central sun. And as you know, our universe is the melting pot of the multiverse. So by accessing the power of the great central sun of the universe, we're going to have access to the power of the omniverse, which is all inclusive to all the universes. But that's only when we activate the God Source gene. And only by activating the God Source gene, which is our divine weapon that is within us, that's how we're going to defeat the AI God. It's almost like the accumulation of all the energy of the entire living omniverse is going to be harnessed through our bodies. And that's why it's going to take us 1,000 years to reach that level of power, even after the ascension. That's a very good question. And no, love is our weapon against duality. Love is our weapon against the cabal. Love is our weapon against, the people that are here to drain our energy. Yes, but not when it comes to AI, guys. We're dealing with a soulless, emotionless, parasitic entity. And the only way to destroy it is with the full potential of the omniverse, which is all the accumulated energy coming from all the different universes, boom, blasting it into oblivion. Let's see, anything, other questions? Are the Magi, okay, this is coming from Lisa Cianci. Are the Magi benevolent? The Magi were the descendants of the priest king lineage, queen and king, the old priest and high priestess. Yes, they are benevolent, absolutely. They're also the Holy Grail, right? Those that come from the celestial genes of the guardian races, of the Anuhasi, those that were uncorrupted by the negative aliens. Let's see, blue only. I've already answered that. Let's see. Oh, I like this. My brother Kevin is saying, don't wait to ascend. Request your connection to be restored with your higher self, I believe. I like that, Kevin. That's a very good reminder. We are going to trigger the ascension, guys. Again, it's not an external event. We are the portals, all right? We have to collapse the polarity, duality, achieve 0 point within ourselves in order to see it happen everywhere else outside of us. Okay, HSM is saying, when you say soon, are we looking at summer? Oh, I just lost the chat. Oh my God. See, on my phone, it's hard to rewind from the earlier. I could only take the upcoming chat, or what people are typing in the moment. So I'm going to have to be more quicker at this. You love the angel wings. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love I have them all over my apartment. Cosmic Goddess says, the hell with all of this. Bring on the solar flash. I know. I say the same thing. Connie Tate is saying, are we in 5D now? No, we're not. We're in 4D. How's that? We, as a collective, we are in 4D. And the reason I know that is because in 4D, everything, all darkness comes to the light. Everything's going to be exposed. So that explains why Nasera, Gesera, the fall of the Cabal, the exposure of the corruption is coming. But remember, there's going to be different layers of disclosure. All right? There's going to be the first layer, which is going to attract or at least awaken like the Christians and the religious people to all the corruption and stuff that's been going on. And then there's going to be a second layer that's going to go deeper into the multidimensionality, right? And then there's going to be the third layer, which is going to be about the aliens and the different extra ultra dimensionals that have been manipulating our world here in the third dimension. So it's going to be in different layers. I do have a super chat from, let's see. All right, so Blue Only is saying that the sarcophagus is something you lay in the Great Pyramid. Oh, yes, that is correct. That is correct. That sounds to be correct and true. And you supposed to receive great knowledge after. Well, yes, that is correct, because in ancient times, an initiate in the ancient mystery school teachings would have to undergo initiation in the Great Pyramid. And sometimes they would have to sleep there for days with no light in order to undergo what they call the final initiation. So that is correct. The sarcophagus was used by the ancient mystery school facilities in order to educate the spiritual evolution of the adepts. The adepts are those that were part of the secret mystical tradition, those that wanted to achieve ascension. That is correct. Thank you for reminding us, brother. Trenton Williams is in the house. Big shout out to Trenton Williams. How you doing, brother? Caught a video of Sam the Illusionist channeling Metatron on things that are coming up. And one of those things was NASA Cabal players turning on the Soul Trap machine in the moon. What are your thoughts? No fear, of course. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to have to see that one. I do know Sam the Illusionist. He's actually one of my friends. Let's see. All right. The best way to answer that question is to understand that there is an infinite number of timelines taking place, okay? All at the same time. So on a different version of Earth, perhaps the dark side is doing that. But on the positive alpha version of the Earth, where the Y-Hats Earth Alliance, hence the good guys win, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So this is where I believe that the bifurcation of timelines that separates 3D Earth from 4D and 5D Earth is about to happen. So if you don't make the cut, into the positive timeline, then you could end up in those negative timelines, okay? So that's why it's very important to be in control of your thoughts every day and every second of the day, and your emotions, okay? I don't think it's going to happen in the positive timeline, to answer your question. Because from what I understand is that the Guardians are really protecting the Stargates more so than ever, knowing because we are at the end of the cycle. They know that the solar flash is coming. They're securing the ascension of the Earth. So no, it's not going to happen in our timeline. The Guardian races from all the dimensions are here protecting the Stargates as I speak. So those are my thoughts. Thank you for pointing that out. Sunshine, how you doing, sister? Thank you for the super chat. Your question is, you mentioned in an interview you were suppressed by religion. Okay, that is correct. What religion? Catholic, the Catholic religion. My family was a devout Catholic, conservative Catholic. Did you ever have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ and the Holy Spirit that he sent once he ascended? Um, well, you know, I was always close to to God. Whether it is through Jesus Sananda, whether it is through the Great Mother or the living elements or the earth. I was always connected to the elements. I was always connected to the spirit of the universe, the spirit of the planet. As a kid, yes, but they were telling me that the way I was raised, that I couldn't believe in any other than just Jesus Christ, you know. Um, and so let's see the second part of your question: the Holy Spirit that once you said, or do you just have a ought to do list of legalism? Go to church. No, no, no. I was told that telepathy was of the devil, telekinesis was of the devil, that there were no spirit guides, that it was impossible to communicate with the angels. So I had to suppress my abilities for many years, unfortunately. Somebody says there's a troll in the house. Well, we'll welcome the trolls as well. Even, you are a child of God. Let's see. This is a super chat from Blue Only again. Thank you so much, brother. What can you tell us about the Taurid meteor stream? The Taurid meteor stream. What is that? Is that a meteor that has been detected by astrophysicists? I've never heard of the Taurid meteor stream. I'm going to have to research that and look into that, brother, and perhaps answer that on the next live. I literally have never heard of the Taurid meteor stream. If you want to share what it is, please do. Drop it in the comments. All right, so Ariana Gordon is asking, are you a Christian? I believe in spirituality. I don't believe in divisions. I believe that we are all brothers and sisters under the one God. I guess I've always been a mystic. So in that regard, yes, I'm a Christian mystic, in the sense that I've always had a direct connection with God via my higher self, right? Which is what the Christ came to exemplify. See, the Christ taught all of us how to connect with our higher self, not to worship him. He taught us how to cultivate the Christ consciousness so that we could all align to the laws of unity consciousness and recognize the sacredness in all living things, the interconnectivity of all life, that everything is sacred, everything in the universe is conscious and alive, and therefore a part of God. So if we have some Christians on the live, we welcome you. This is an all-inclusive channel, right? I want to create a platform where all humans are invited. I don't care what you believe in, flat earth, round earth. I don't care if you're religious, atheist. I want to unify the people, because when we come together as one human family, we become more powerful, guys, as a team. Okay? So I want to welcome Christians, I want to welcome Jews, Muslims, Buddhists. We are all brothers and sisters, guys. I have no, you could say, I have no bias against anybody. And even if you're homosexual, it's cool. I don't care, Welcome. This is an all-inclusive platform. What I like to do is I like to bring people together as one. So let's put away our differences and come together as one human family. All right? That's what I believe in. All right, so I have another super chat from Trenton Williams. He says, caught a video of Sam the Illusionist channeling meditation. Oh, I've already read that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Carmela Sacchetti, thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you for everything, Ishmael. Please explain sleep paralysis. As a child, I had this happen multiple times along with flying dreams. Well, that's a good one. Okay, so I've even experienced sleep paralysis. And it's not fun, guys. When you have no control of your body and you know you're aware of yourself, but you can't move, you can't yell, you can't scream, it's pretty scary. The best way to describe sleep paralysis is there is an entity. You know, in most cases, they're the grays. Okay, the grays use the technology to paralyze you. All right, and in some cases, they're there to extract genetics, or they're there to abduct you. Okay, but yeah, it's not a good feeling because you can't yell, you can't scream. You know, it almost feels like you're awake, but you can't move your body. All right. So it is a technology used by entities in order to numb your body so that you are, it paralyzes you. That's the best way to explain it. It paralyzes you. I've had several of those encounters my whole life, but luckily I have guardian angels who always seem to come in the nick of time, and all of a sudden I'm able to move my body. So I'm sorry that that happened to you, Carmela, but it happens to a lot of people. All right. You know, we are at war here with powers and principalities from other dimensions, right? And so that is one of the things that they do. They try to approach us during our sleep, and that's when they paralyze our body. And it's a technology that they use where all of a sudden you become numb. You know, your nervous system seems to malfunction. And you can't even move your body, you can't even talk, you can't even scream for help. And it's scary. It's very scary. The best thing to do when that happens, guys, the best thing to do, okay, is to invoke your mighty I am presence, to invoke your higher self, which is the Christ consciousness. All right. Or if you work with Michael the Archangel, call in your mind, even if you can't speak, think of Michael the Archangel. Come, liberate me from this paralysis. All right. Or before you go to sleep every night, to make sure it doesn't happen, ground yourself and bring yourself into a bubble of protection by visualizing the blue and white light of Michael the Archangel. And also, while you're at it, call upon your guides and your spirit team to guide you and protect you while you sleep, or at least to protect your body, because it happens to a lot of people. So you also want me to explain flying dreams, along with flying dreams. It's typical, guys, because when we sleep, our soul realms in the astral plane, which is the fourth dimension. And in the astral plane, because we don't have a physical body, we're in our astral body, as portrayed in the movie Doctor Strange. We're able to fly, we're able to levitate. And sometimes you're flying across the city, you could see the mountains, you could see the houses, you could see the people underneath you, you could land. The only thing that I've noticed, though, when I'm flying in my dreams is I want to go super fast and I can't. I'm like flying and I can't control the rate of my flight, so I'm just like gliding, but I am flying. I don't know if that happens to you guys, but it's because we are um, moving in the astral realm. In the astral realm, we don't use our physical body. And that's why we fly in our dreams. We are moving in the astral realm. All right, so Uncle Sam Supercut is asking me a question. Thank you for the super chat, Uncle Sam Supercut. I believe I am positive and compassionate. Why am I seeing more and more shadow entities? Um, that's a very good question. Perhaps because the veil that separates the third dimension and the fourth and the fifth is lifting. As the veil continues to lift, guys, we're going to start seeing more interdimensionals. Don't be scared, but it's part of the veil, am I saying it right? The veil that is dissolving. Okay? So that's probably the reason why you're seeing more shadow entities. They're all around us, including the light beings. Again, the light beings, the interdimensionals, whatever you want to call them, whether they're dark or light, they exist in the fourth D and then the fifth D and up. So as the veil continues to dissolve, we're going to have more encounters with other beings from other realms. And then Sunshine, thank you so much for the super chat. You're saying, I had sleep paralysis twice since 2020. Never before called out the blood of Jesus in my head and it disappeared instantly. Hey, that in some cases, it's whatever you believe in, whether you believe in Jesus, Allah, or Jehovah. You call if you strongly feel a connection, a conviction to Jesus, you could call upon Jesus because your belief is everything, guys. It doesn't matter who you call upon. You call upon, any ascended being, any angel, Jesus, God, and it will release you from your paralysis because it is your belief that counts. Your belief is what moves mountains. And then you say, and it disappeared instantly. Yes, there is power in that. If you strongly believe in the power of Jesus, call upon Jesus. Why not? I don't discourage you from doing so. If it works, keep doing it. Always call out the blood of Jesus will disappear instantly. There you go, Sunshine. There you go. Keep doing it, sister. And as a reminder, Jesus came to teach us unity. He came to embrace and let us know about what? Love, brotherhood, sisterhood, living in harmony and balance. Never did he ever want to start a religion. That came after I want to call it the crucifixion, but again, there are so many theories. But the whole point is he taught us how to live in harmony with one another. And he taught us the golden rule. He taught us love. He taught us tolerance. He taught us acceptance. He taught us forgiveness. I believe in all that. Those were some great spiritual teachings. So thank you for sharing that, Sunshine. Thank you for sharing that. Well, okay, so this is a question from Dalton. Thank you so much for being here, brother. Your question is, will XRP be used in the new financial system? Well, I heard that XRP and XLM are connected to the gold standard system, the system that is backed by real precious metals. So I would say yes, XRP, XLM are definitely part of the Gesera Nasera, system. And thank you for the number one, by the way, Dalton. Appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, this is a good question from Sunshine. Thank you so much for the super chat. Have you ever been in the astral and could not get back to your body? Not me personally. Okay, they say that there is a silver cord that connects us, right? When we leave our body into the astral realm, which is the fourth dimension. Make sure that you're connected to your silver cord so that you can come back to your body. But no, I've never experienced not being able to come back to my body because I always do. I always do. That's a very good question, Sunshine. It seems to me like you're experiencing a lot of supernatural things, right? Spiritual things, and at the same time, it seems like you have a very strong conviction in your faith in Jesus, and that is totally accepted. I mean, I don't have anything against that, because it is a universal thing. Whatever keeps you going, with your faith, with your motivation, whatever inspires you to do good in life, hold on to that. Even if it's calling upon the name of Jesus and praying to Jesus, that's fine. Everyone is different. So, whatever works for you is cool. It's like, this is the way I see it. Everybody has a different way to connecting with God. The Native Americans do it through what? Through dance, by connecting to the spirit of the earth, right? So whatever works for you, as long as it's working for you, keep doing it, sister. Keep doing it. Jessica Bainter is asking if I ever heard of the Parakeet tribe. No, never have. I've never heard of the Parakeet tribe. All right, so I have another super chat from Blue Only. Thank you so much, brother. The torrid meteor stream crosses the Earth twice each year around Halloween and end of June and early July. Edward Grant said. Well, thank you for sharing that with us, brother. I'm going to look more into it. Just to show you guys that I don't know everything. I'm a cosmic ambassador, right? When it comes to the galactic, the extraterrestrial stuff, I don't think there's anyone on the planet that knows it like I do, but that's my forte, you know? But that's why we're here. We're here to learn from each other because everybody has a gift in something. Everybody excels in a field, right? But when you bring us all together, you know, we are even better, you know, as a team because we all learn from each other. All right, so Joyful, thank you so much for your donation. And she's saying, Ishmael, you didn't answer the first part of my question about if you think that the EBS would happen in March or not until November. Joyful, I wish I could tell you exactly when it's going to happen, but I don't know when it's going to happen. All I know is that according to the prophecies, the good guys of the planet, the good people of the earth, eventually bring down the wicked. All right. And it seems to me like we are at the finish line. So it's just a matter of time. You know, it's all in divine timing, but just do know that we are not going to be going into no concentration camps or smart cities. We're not going to be duped into the negative great reset, right? Where they chip us to the board. None of that's happening because of the Earth Alliance and the Whiteheads. Okay. So just have faith that, you know, in God's time, the people of the earth will be liberated. If I had a date, guys, if the Galactics said it's going to happen on this date, but even the Galactics are telling me that no one is to know the date. You know, it's supposed to happen by surprise, which is kind of like what the Bible says, you know. There's a lot of truth metaphors in the Bible. That's amazing. But yeah, I don't know the date. Hi Lily. She wants me to say hi. Hi Lily. Lily Maysell's in the house. Just shouting out to her. I want to welcome Jackie Charles. Jackie Charles is in the house. Who else is in the house? I'm sure. I mean, I don't have access to everybody, but whoever I see here, I'm gonna give them a shout out. Chastine Rose is in the house. Lela Mocha's in the house. Mary Jane G's in the house. David Essington's in the house. Who else? Neo. What's up, Neo? Neo's in the house. Elite Savior is in the house. All right, so I'm going to continue answering questions. We got about 5 more minutes, guys. 5 more minutes. And then I got to go to, I don't know, where do I go to get my laptop fixed? Best Buy? I'm going to have to go to Best Buy and see if they can fix my laptop. My screen isn't working anymore. It happens, right? All right, so again, I'm broadcasting from my cell phone, guys. I'm going live on my cell phone because my laptop broke. Let's see. I'm just reading the chat. Oh my gosh, let's see. The planet is ascending. That's right, says Jeffrey Clark 456. Mothman coming. I believe Keanu Reeves. Neil says Nimrod equals bad. Yes, yes, yes. The forces of darkness took a stronghold in Babylonia. Jesus is an ascended master. Yes, he is. He is. But he's also the incarnating Logos, the creator son of our universe. Remember that, guys. Every universe has a creator son that incarnates to complete their final bestowal. Because even the creator gods undergo 7 levels of initiation, just like everything in creation. All right? The planets have to undergo initiation. We have to go initiation. Galaxies have to undergo initiation in galaxies and universes in order to reach completion. All right? Let's see. Let's see. Nimrod is bad. Again, guys, Nimrod and the Tower of Babel was all a project conducted by Marduk Belial Beelzebub, the draconian fallen entity that was in control of our world for the last 6,000 or 10,000 years, rather. Sunshine, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, thank you and good night. Let all the others ask questions. Don't want to hog all your time. Much love to you, Ishmael. Thank you, Sunshine. Much love to you as well, my sister. Get yourself a good fan for this summer and a good light. I will. Never mind, you might not need the light. Okay. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, Sunshine. And then I do have a question from, oops, where am I? Blue only. And I also had one from Sylvia Vidal. Sylvia Vidal, where's your question? Huh. All right, I'm going to answer as Blue. Blue first. Blue only says, random question. Can you see all of my previous messages on your laptop? Again, guys, my laptop broke. Here, let me show you guys. See? I'm broadcasting here from, see, that's my laptop right there. I'm broadcasting from my iPhone because my laptop broke, guys. Okay. No, so I can't see all your previous questions. I'm only seeing the ones that are popping up right now. Sean Coles. Thank you so much, excuse me, for the super chat and for the number one. How amazing was Bashar last night? Well, you know what? I didn't get a chance to see him, guys. That guy had a line going across the entire expo. I do admit, in this community, Daryl Winka, aka Bashar, is probably the most famous, you could say, channeler in the disclosure awakening community. So, yeah, he had a line of, I think, over 1,000 people went to his workshop. That's insane. That's insane. But then again, he's been on like so many podcasts with millions of views. And he's been doing it for 30 years. You know, I've only been here on the circuit for 2.5 years. You know, I'm rather new to the scene, guys. Remember, I came out 2.5 years ago, and I came out pretty fast, right? I did a lot of interviews, but I'm still new. I'm still considered the new kid on the block when it comes to like Bashar, Linda Moulton Howie, Nick Pope, and all these other people. You know, the guys from Ancient Aliens, Danian Brinkley, whatever his name was, the guy who died 4 times, he was there. He's been doing it for 30 years. Linda Moulton Howie. These are OGs in the industry. Let's see. Blue only says, all right, good night, Ishmael, and chat. Well, thank you for being here, Blue. Thank you, brother. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to probably... All right, guys, 2 more minutes. 1 more question, maybe 2 more questions, and then I'm going to have to go see if I could fix my laptop before they closed the Best Buy. You know, Sylvia, because I am broadcasting from my cell phone, I can't scroll down. I'm only getting the new chat. So if you want to readdress your question, go ahead and type it up, and then I'll answer it. Okay, Ricky Lee is in the house. Great talks at the Expo. Thanks, brother. Oh, you're welcome. Oh yeah, Ricky Lee was at the Expo. He attended my conference. Thank you. I got a lot of good feedback on that. People were like, wow, how do you know all this about the cosmos? I needed more than 90 minutes. I needed at least 2 hours to break down the cosmic history in the galactic history. But hopefully one of these days they'll give me 3 hours. Let's see, what else? But don't forget, guys, once my website is up, I'm going to be doing classes for beginners, intermediate, and advanced. All right, we're going to go deep into the cosmos. Let's see, what else? Marjorie Waters, thank you so much for your super chat. Sunshine, thank you so much for your super chat. Let's see. Let's see. Who else? I'm trying to find Sylvia Vidal, and I can't find it. Sean Coles, I've already answered that. Let's see. All right, Sylvia, I can't find your super chat. Oh, I found BM. Thank you so much. How do you see North Korea playing out? Well, isn't that controlled by the fascists or CCP, right? I believe that when the Gesera roll out, all fascism, including communism, it's all one and the same. It's all going to collapse everywhere, worldwide, guys. Worldwide. Let's see. All right, Sylvia, I can't find your super chat. I don't know where it's at. Crop circles. This is from Unclean Sam Supercut. Are crop circles made by Mother Earth? No. Crop circles are made by extraterrestrials, interdimensionals, whatever you want to call them. They're here to help awaken. Crop circles are designed as sacred geometry to help activate the human collective, the mind of the planet as a whole. Because they do carry codes, by the way. I talk about crop circles in my book, guys. If you guys haven't had a chance to order your copy of Our Cosmic Origin, I always put the link in the description. Our Cosmic Origin. A lot of your questions are answered there. And with that in mind, I wanted to, I guess that's it. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, guys. May the God Force be with you guys. I will see you Wednesday night at 6 o'clock Pacific time, 9 o'clock Eastern time, at the same time, all right? As always, Wednesday night, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. May the God Force be with you all. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful evening. How do you close the live? Oh, there we go.